Greetings, mortals. It is good to be back and in our new location. Here in beautiful Pickwich, Ohio. Myself and the Bunnies of Chaos are thrilled to now make this our permanent home. And boy, do we have such sights to show you. So lock your doors, turn out your lights, and join us tonight for The Little Shop of Wonders.
And when one is very young, one can find great relief in the lively antics of a black kitten. So the boy whom the dark people called Menes smiled more often than he wept, as he stayed playing with his graceful kitten on the steps of an oddly painted wagon. On the third morning of the wanderer's stay in Ulthar, Menes could not find his kitten, and as he sobbed aloud in the marketplace, certain villagers told him of the old man and his wife, and of the sounds heard in the night. And when he heard these things, his sobbing gave place to meditation, and finally to prayer. He stretched out his arms towards the sun and prayed in a tongue no villager could understand, though indeed the villagers did not try very hard to understand, since their attention was mostly taken up by the sky and the odd shapes the clouds were assuming. It was very, very peculiar, but as the little boy uttered his petition, there seemed to form overhead the shadowy nubious figures of exotic things, of hybrid creatures crowned with horn-flanked discs. Nature is full of such allusions to impressive, or to impress the imaginative. That night, the wanderers left Ulthar and were never seen again. And the householders were troubled when they noticed that in all the village there was not a cat to be found. For each hearth, the familiar cat had vanished. Cats large and small, black, gray, striped, yellow, and white. Old Charon, the burgomaster's the burgomaster swore that the dark folk had taken the cats away in revenge for the killing of Menes's kitten. And he cursed the caravan and the little boy. But Nith, the lean notary, declared that the old cotter and his wife were more likely the persons to suspect. For their hatred of the cats was so notorious and increasingly bold. Still, no one durst complain to the sinister couple. Even little Alta, the innkeeper's son, vowed that he had at twilight seen all the cats of Ulthar in that accursed yard under the trees, pacing very slowly and solemnly in a circle around the cottage. To a beast, as in performance of some unheard rite of beasts. The villagers did not know how much to believe from this small boy, and though they feared that the evil pair had charmed the cats to their death, they preferred not to chill the old cotter till they met him outside his dark and repellent yard. So Ulthar went to sleep in vain anger, and when the people awoke at dawn, behold, every cat was back in his accustomed hearth, large and small, black, gray, striped, yellow, and white. None was missing. Very sleek and fat these cats did appear, and ceremonious with purring content. The citizens talked to one another of the affair, and marveled not a little. Old Charon again insisted that it was the dark folk who had taken them, since cats did not return alive from the cottage of the ancient man and his wife. But all agreed on one thing, that the refusal of all the cats to eat their proportion of meat or drink their saucers of milk was exceedingly curious. And for 2 whole days, the sleek, lazy cats of Ulthar would touch no food, but only doze by the fire or in the sun. It was a full week before the villagers noticed that no lights were appearing at dusk in the windows of the cottage under the trees. Then the lean Nith remarked that no one had seen the old man or his wife since the night the cats went away. In another week, the burgomaster decided to overcome his fear and call at the strangely silent dwelling as a matter of duty, though in so doing he was careful to take with him Shang the blacksmith and Thule, the cutter of stone, as witness. And when they broke down the frail door, they found only this: 2 cleanly picked human skeletons on the earthen floor, a number of singular beetles crawling in the shadowy corners. There was subsequently much talk among the burgesses of Ulthar. Zath, the coroner, disputed at length with Nith, the lean notary, and Charon and Shang and Thol were overwhelmed with questions. Even little Ulthar, the innkeeper's son, was closely questioned and given a sweetmeat as reward. They talked of the old cotter and his wife, of the caravan of dark wanderers, and of small Manise and his black kitten, of the prayer of Manise, and of the sky during that prayer, of the doings of the cats on the night the caravan left, and of what was later found in the cottage under the dark trees in the repellent yard. And in the end, the burgesses passed a remarkable law, which is told of by traders in Hatheg and discussed by travelers in Near, namely, that in Ulthar, no man may kill a cat.
That's a good one.